I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along. Yeah, we've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates. And
there you go, folks. After a very, very extended break, we're finally here in the game, ready for match 1 of the day. We've got Comm versus Ponglish coming right up in a couple of minutes for you. We're just getting the last few players into the lobby now. It's taken a little while, but we are finally here. Now, Eric's just gotten in. We're all ready to go. And this is going to be a banger of map. Let's take a quick look at our map videos. They're going to be popping up on top of the screen in just a second for you. We had a plain band coming in from Comm Ponglish band, Consular, Comm then again band Outback, and final band was Lair. 4 remaining maps, Labs, Clubhouse, Cafe, and Emerald Plains. We were left with a Collabs, which, if you ask me, is arguably one of the best things that can happen, because Labs is my favourite map in the game. Love this map. Can't get enough of it. So it is going to be an absolute screamer of a game. We've talked about everything going into this game now, really. Talked it all to death. Apologise again for the extended downtime between the games. Had a bit of mishaps with the trains, but we're all ready, in to go. I'm just going to check with the players they're ready. And then we are ready to get right into game 1. Right, we got one team ready, we got the other team ready, and then we can just go straight into it. Right, use those timeouts. We are ready to go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let us get into game 1 of the night, or game 2, should I say, Comm versus Ponglish. There you go, right. Eric's very much... I'm just going to message Corey, let him know he's sent me... Oh no, I can update that link myself. I'm a clever clogs. Let's see, left bottom. He sent me the push link. I want the view link. That should update itself in a second, hopefully. There you go. Right, we've got view links. There we go. Right, Comm taking out Montaigne. Ponglish with the Deimos band. Start with exactly sort of... It's typical, as I said, Ponglish, they don't like playing against Deimos just because of how instantly he can reveal a position. Montaigne from Comm, we know Eric's nasty on the Montaigne, so I think Comm again with the Clash band, they just want to get these shields off the board. Don't blame them, to be fair. I think that's what I'd do if I was playing Eric, just scrap the damn shields. And we're going to wait a second here, see what our final ban is now coming in from Ponglish. I think they're just deciding who they want to get rid of here, because I think there's some options here. I can see a Fenrir ban coming through, I can see a Cav ban coming through, but we're going to end up with the Fenrir, of course. Incredibly frustrated operator to play against, and he spends it's a lot of time to have clear the utility or to deal with it. I can see why it's been getting rid of. So round 1, Ponglish are going to start off their defense, which I think as a team of less experienced players on this map is going to really heavily favor them in terms of they can just wait and control the tempo. They can learn where the sites are a bit before they then have to come in and attack this map, which, if you ask me, is the harder thing to do in these situations. We're seeing a Dokkaebi and Ash, not particularly what you'd want. If, something very difficult to be going up against, certainly, if you ask me. It's not, yeah, difficult would be the word I'd use to describe that setup. It's not exactly what you want, but we're going, if you're attacking against that and you're defending against that, those Dokkaebi calls are going to run in. I think that's the plan here from Comm. The Dokkaebi calls are going to flush in. And immediately following that, you're just going to have that Ash of Sam running in your face, trying to gun. Abby is there on the stream.
10 seconds remaining.
Just going, but I think if there's a clean plan coming through for Comm here, Ponglish, they're going to be a bit clean pressed, boys. Let's get a drone hidden in sight. Samsung got destroyed, but we're now all into it and we're all ready to go. Attacker's going to be spawning down on the south side here, and then they've just got to get their way up onto the top floor. I've got a feeling this external IT wall here will be a big point of contention, and I think we're going to see Comm try and make their entry up onto rafters. No, I think we're going to go for a very hard and fast approach here. So I'm just deciding where they want to make their entry point. I'm just going to start this northern side on the top main here. There you go. We're going to be Hop Timber and meeting, and look at that. Sam's on the ball. He's going for it. He's going to see what he can find. He's just checking for traps. As you can see on the side of Ponglish, they're both playing trap operators. Legion and the Cap Can on the board. Oliver's checking cams. He spots one. That could be very important there. They've been found out, and Eric's going to respond accordingly. They know the side they're coming from as well now. There's not a lot of rotation options here if you're Comm. You've only really got one doorway you can funnel through. So if you're going to commit to this, you've got to win that gunfight on that doorway. But we're not sure if that's always the case. First phone call is going to be coming out. Ponglish is going to be getting rung. Oliver's just holding the door here from pillar. Very tight angle, but it's a common one, so there's a good chance that Sam goes for the pre-fire. They just need to keep held there. Flash goes in. Sam's going to swing. A bit of a gunfight exchange with Eric here. Eric dies out. Now it's just Oliver left, 1 versus 2. Comm should be able to close this. They've still got half the round to deal with here. And as I said, it's just this very coordinated push. Now Flash goes in. Here comes the execute. Spray throws in. Oliver tags up 1, tags up again. It keeps going. He drops Sam. And now it's just a 1v1 between Oliver and Corey. But then Corey gets it, denying the round. Closer than it needed to be, I think. There, Sam probably should have gotten away with that gunfight. But Comm are going to get in the way and win themselves the very, very first round of our match here. You know, that was a good attempt from Ponglish. I think they won't be disheartened from that. You know, they had a good idea of where they come from, but I don't think the traps were really all they used. So you might want to see something else. And I think if you Comm, they got funneled in a bit there. They didn't like that. So you're going to be seeing the hard breach come out. So hopefully this time around they have a bit more options. Ponglish, they're going to change up the site. Kitchen cafeteria. This site, I think it actually will play quite well into Ponglish. Reason being is you've got a lot of these, what we would call these like head angles here, where you can hop up. You can hop up on the tables and play at like a different head height. Really good little rat spots up there for them to be using. And I reckon if you're looking at this from a perspective of Comm, you're going to have to be watching out a bit more. But you've also got the drones this time. You know, you've got the hard breach this time around, sorry. There's a bit more in terms of options of getting into the site. You know, they may give this kitchen a go. They may try and get the front wall open. There's options, and there's a variety of them here.
10 seconds remaining.
But as it stands, I don't. There you go. Just about Comm, get eyes on the objective. Work out they've gone to kitchen. Found the cap can. And it's Valkyrie this time on the board from Eric, which is a bit of a different one. Can't lie. It's a bit of a new one. But I think the intel there was very much of, oh, we need to find out which angle they're coming from. And ended up deciding, you know. But is the Valkyrie going to be that useful? Because Sam is playing IQ this time around. And besides having a really hard-hitting gun and some really, you know, really strong grenades, IQ, of course, she's got a brilliant gun. And she can also spot those Valkyrie cameras out with that gadget scanner of hers. Spot cameras out. Corey's doing a bit of crouch spamming, and there you go. The RED is deployed. Spots all the cams, spots all the traps. Nothing is hidden here. You can also spot players that are lurking on the cams, which could lead to some fun vertical play here. However, that's what Comm are going to go for. Breach Shard's going to get popped on the barricade. Kitchen window's wide open. And Oliver seems like he's going to be the first line of attack defense here for this kitchen window. Now, does he know he can get a bit closer? Lob C4. He's going to take a bit of a gunfight. He spots one out there, but Sam's flanking. This is clever from Comm here. They're sort of doing this split approach here. You've got one on the... You've got one focused out the kitchen window, one focused. Then you've got one coming in from inside the building. That kitchen is quite segmented off, so theoretically, Sam here. I think Sam could be a problem here. If he swings that doorway, Corey's going to get one onto Oliver. Now it's just Eric, 1 versus 2. And he's got attackers either side of him. He needs to play this well. Comm, they just need to attack at the same time. They just need to execute together, and they'll be fine. Corey's going to get on the drone. He's going to go, and he finds him, he sees him, he calls the location out to Sam, and this should be a done deal here at this point from the side of Comm. This should be another nice round in the book from Grenade. It's going to force Eric to move a little bit. He knows his position's been given away, so all he can do is hope to win this on gunfight and skill. Sammy's getting itchy. He wants to move into the site. Corey's decided to move around, try a new angle. And Eric, he's just on that window chasing ghosts. They're both behind him, and I don't know if he knows it. He still thinks he's got one outside the window to be dealing with, but they're both inside the building now, ready to go. Breach in charge after breach in charge. Corey's going to make his way into freezer, and he's going to be using the yellow pink. Spray goes through. Eric swings and he drops Corey, but Sam, very good trade there. That's impeccable teamwork there from Comm. What you like to see. Really good teamwork. As soon as Corey gets swung, Sam swings in. Eric's facing the other way. Really good team player for Comm, and this is something I said in the pre-game that you're going to be seeing a lot of from Comm. They play together in rank. These two play off each other well. They know how to play off each other. They're a good duo in terms of this sort of advanced style and this, you know, they're going to play well off each other is what I'm getting at. Bravo, we've seen that different from the cap. I think this one could be really mean from Corey. I'd feel bad for Corey if I was him here.
by attackers.
You know, I feel bad for Oliver here. I don't know if they've played much against Brava before, but she is very irritating to sort of play against. You know, she's gonna be these Capcan traps here. She's gonna be able to. Rory's gonna be able to hack them out and do well with them. Now, nothing I like from combat. I mean, I know we've only played 2 rounds thus far, but they're both pulling even weight, and both Sam and Corey are pulling even numbers here. It's board, both doing well. There's not really one person outshining the other, which is something that's always a bit of a concern in these matches. There always tends, you know, a lot of the time we do see in the Showdown series, there's one player who just tends to outshine the other one, tends to get a lot of the board. Whereas not so much what we're seeing here. I think we're seeing a much more of a fair do of it here. And we're right back into round 3 now. So, Comban, they're going to be, you know, Comban, they're going to be trying a pretty similar approach to, I think, what they did last time they did this site. You know, they're just going to do a very horizontal push. They know Ponglish like to lurk inside the site. But first things first, are these clutch drones going out here? Or he's going to be getting right in there and seeing what traps and goodies he can hack for himself. IT's completely walled off here. Now, if you ask me, obviously Ponglish won't know, but this is a mistake from Ponglish here. This is, well, because when you're in here, you've got a direct route into the site. It's very easy. Queue in, and as you can see here from sight, Eric's walking around trying to find his footing, and Sammy's making he's taking the opportunity if it's all being cleared to get right onto rafters. They'll know they're both in sight, meaning they get very free and very early control of the map. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do see more of a, as I say, we're going to see an IC sided approach. They decide to go and get in elsewhere. Boy's going to be throwing the drone in. Thrown into electric, and Capcan traps are now on the other side, just like that. Capcan traps, they're now converted over. Not that I think Ponglish is going to run into them anytime soon, but it's an effective way to deal with them without having to physically be there, giving away your presence with a gun, or, you know, actually having to get out of the site, of course, depending where they are. So there we are, we're all in electrical now. Half the round's gone. Comban are getting ready, seemingly getting ready for the push. But the thing is, they don't have as much execute utility this time around. They've only got 2 frag grenades, and I think this is going to be a really clever frag here. I think Sam threw both his frags onto pillar just to see if he can flush a player out. Ponglish are going to fall back into command, but now there's a bit of a gunfight going back and forth. Sam stalled out by the toxic babe here, and Ponglish are playing this really well, actually. They've sort of funneled them in a bit, and now they're sort of having a bit of a duel around, sort of waiting to see what they can make do with. But the toxic babe, if Eric can stay alive here, he can burn another 15 seconds, and then the clock for Comban is running down. Sam, I think he's decided he needs to relocate, but if you know, no, Haven, it's not that easy to relocate on this objective. They've committed a lot. Sam would have to completely go round to rafters now, and then you'd be pushing very much on the clock and be able to stop holding W. So I think they're just going to have to commit through this electrical push. Eric, he's going to drop Corey, and I think this could be round. Very done deal here. Oliver's going to take a bit of damage. Sam pre-fires pillar, but there's no one there. He doesn't know they're both in the other side. Now, they see each other. There's just gunfights going back and forth, and it's Sam, 132, 15 seconds, and he gets dropped by Oliver, and Ponglish get a round on the board. That was a really good round from Ponglish there. They stalled them out. They realised where the push was coming from. Between the extra utility on the traps, which bought Comban a bit of time, and Ponglish, they got a round on the board, and that was a good round on the board. The smoke play from Eric there was really good. What I like to see. Good round. Ponglish, I'd be feeling confident about that one, and, you know, from where that first 2 rounds looked a bit, oh no. Second attempt on that site went better for them, and I think that may be a bit of a learning case with this one. You know, they learned how that site works, so they play it a second time, and they gave it a go. Comban, I'm looking at that and going, that was a bit slow, if you ask me. And that was slightly on the slower slide there. Considering how very easily Ponglish give up the map control, that was a very easy one. That should have been winnable. They should have very easily been able to get away with this one. Now, I'm curious to see how Ponglish are going to defend this one. On just account of here, the sides are separated by this soft wall. I don't know if they're going to want to use the nitro cell to open up the rotation between them. Because, of course,
attackers have discovered the location
that's
of
something
a
you've
bomb.
got to keep in mind. We have a little drone chase.
10 seconds left.
I'm going to get the drone, Go on, get the drone. He's going to decide not to. But yeah, this is the issue. You've got this softball and they're not going to open it up. And Comban are clever about this. They can very quickly realise that, hold on a minute. Site you can just hop in there. You can hop into this B site here, very quickly get in, and incredibly quickly you can get into storage. And but look, Ponglish are completely barricaded themselves inside of storage, and Oliver just takes a peek that I don't really think needed to be taken. Corey takes his head off, but Eric's left in 1v2 30 seconds in. Through brute force, Comm should really be able to get this round from them. Just through sheer force alone. They shouldn't have to think about it much. Sammy's going to keep hacking on the cameras. Going to go for a little hack. See if he can find a cam traps. And Sam will probably saying to Corey right now, hey look, control's clear. We can get in really easily, get the plant down. There's no rotate. And I've got a feeling they're going to reposition to do that. Because they're assuming, that, as Eric is, he's tucked away in storage. Yeah, look, they're rotating around. They know it's completely clear. I think we're just going to go and get a really nice early defuse here from Comm. They'll very quickly realise where Eric is, and then they're just going to come in and set the defuse. They're just going to come in and make the defuse. There you go. We get a breach in. Breach into the bottom of warehouse. Proxy alarm goes off, but it's not a big deal. Eric's going to hear it, but he's barricaded in the wrong objective, completely whited out by the Candelas. And that's it. Corey's just going to get the diffuser down. Sam's going to cover from a distance, chill on the stairs. Drone goes out, and he's now watching. Eric, 45 seconds, post plant, a lot to do. Biggest flaw here, and I think what lost the round really early on, if you're looking at Ponglish here, you're looking at this going, right, that rotate needs to be made for starters, and for second, we don't need to be taking gunfights 30 seconds into the round, I think. You know, Ponglish, a good attempt to defend in this site, and as I say, I think Ponglish are going to have their strength on this half of attacking defending sites they've already been a part of. But Eric, he gets one. He misses the shot to Sam. Comm round 4. I was really scared for a second he was going to clutch up as I was saying how they're losing, but no. Confident here. A good round. And Comm establish a 3-1 loop. Now, Ponglish, please go back to a site you've already tried to defend. Because that's where they looked strongest the second time they defended server upstairs. That's where they looked strongest. They're thinking about it. They're going to go back to the control room. They're going to give it another go. Please, for the love of all things holy, let's make a rotate this time. We'll see what happens. I bet they're going to learn. They're going to have to defend both sides. It's hard to, but they're going to give the control storage defense another go. Ponglish. And there you go. Eric's thinking about it. Hello, there we go. We can see in between the sites now. That's an improvement. Go team. Good job, you two. And this is something I observed when we were watching in this is something I observed when we were doing the Showdown Series 1v1, 1.5, 1v1. It's a mouthful. This is something I observed that Eric's very adaptive. If he makes a mistake like that rotation costs round, he'll pick up on that. And very commonly, he'll pick up on these mistakes very quickly, and if it's made once, it's not happening again. And I think that's what I've been saying, you know, for the final round going after this, Ponglish are going to want to, regardless of the outcome of this round, they're going to want to defend something they've defended before. They will have had a couple of rounds by that point, so they should be able to go back. No, they won't be able to go back to the... Yeah, they will. They'll be able to go back to the server room that worked for them before, so they should be able to close this out 4-2 half, and I don't think they'll be looking disappointed with that, but I think they'll struggle to pick up the rounds on the attack. But also they could win this round, it could be a 3-3. We're seeing a bit more of a prepared setup this time of this control storage site, so we're going to see how it's going to go. Seems like Sam and Corey are going to focus on getting the warehouse breach open. Some serious drywall work coming up, and the wall goes boom. Site's open, drone's going in. Sam's marking them, and Corey, he looks like he wants to get in there and pick up some heads. They're just going to identify them, let them know that they've got the warehouse control free. Sam is going to open up, try to get a freebie off the yellow pings. It's not going to happen. Comm not stalling out, probably, just preparing, deciding their next move, deciding how they want to do this. They should be fine with this. They've got the breach, but they just need to pick which side to go. If you notice, the players for Ponglish, they are in separate sides, but they're playing close to the rotates. They can very quickly flip around to adjust the pressure. Of course, it's just how quickly those comms on Ponglish come through that, hey, this is where they're coming from. I need you over here. Sam's sort of forcing them out of control here with the drone. Sam knows it's a bit clearer now, so he's going to just make his way in. He's in warehouse. He knows there's a default cam hidden up there. Pop, there it goes. And Oliver. He is sitting in storage. He's going to be first line of contact here. I think he saw the shadow there. He sees the smoke. He's got C4 in back pocket. Spray through the smoke. Corey's moving around. He's moving on to the 90 corridor. EMP goes in. And Claymore. Good one, just in case they try anything funny. But Sam walks into a cap can trap and it brings Corey to a sliver of HP. Oh no! Catastrophic there for Combat. They're both on a sliver of HP. That Pokeball for Eric could kill either one of them or even both of them now. Smoke goes through. Eric's gonna hide in the corner. And they've got to be careful now because one bullet from either opponent, one little whiff of an impact grenade, hell, one sneeze could end Combat here. And suddenly Ponglish have got 2.5, and this is a closer. They're close to leveling up the scoreboard again. Big. Another wall's going to get opened up. Eric's going to relocate again. I think they've lost sort of sight. They're both looking in the wrong direction here, which is a concern. Corey's going to spray through onto a yellow ping, not be able to confirm anything. Sammy's playing off the cargo breach. I think they're just trying to isolate Eric here, trying to kill Eric. But Eric, he gets Corey. 1 versus 2. There's a crossfire. And trades it back. Oh, from a cap can trap, do they clutch the rules of defeat? Oliver, what a nice little flick there. Look in the right direction. What a beautiful shot. Ponglish, second round in the half now. Move on to the final round now. If you come Ponglish, you're probably going to go back upstairs, I'd assume now. Possibly. And if you Ban, I think they're going to go back to what worked for them really well in that first round. That Dokkaebi. Annoying with the utility with the Dokkaebi. And then Ash rushed them with that. And for Ponglish, we're going to be seeing their refined command server defense.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
You know, the site that they won really well the first time round. Eric's going to be swapping off the smoke, though, and he's going to be going on to the Frost. Oliver has been a mainstay on the cap can this entire time, but Comban, they've been going back and forth between their strategies here. They've sort of been a bit uncertain with what they want to go. And I wouldn't say it's on, I don't know whether it's uncertainty or adaptiveness, because whatever they're doing, they work with it. And one thing I like from Comban, I'm seeing a lot of, they've got this utility and they're always using it. Very few rounds I've seen so far where Comban have ended rounds with utility in pocket. They use everything they've got. They create all the openings for them.
5 seconds left.
And there's just very few rounds, though, where Ponglish get the better of them.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Especially the rounds where, Ponglish, they've defended this site 3 times. This will be the 3rd attempt on it now. And the second time they looked stronger. The second time they defended storage, they looked stronger. So theoretically, this 3rd time, if we're following the trend, should be dominant. But we know Siege is a game not played on paper. For all we know, this could go utterly catastrophically here for the side of Ponglish. But look, they've left the IT wall very open. I mean, they don't really have great means of opening it. Sam's going to give it a go with the frag grenade. We'll see how well this one works, but it's going to roll away from the wall there. Not really do a whole lot. And Sam's going to give it another go. Okay. There you go. It's a bit closer to the wall. Might give you a little... There you go. Gives them a little prone hole entryway. It's a bit vulnerable, but IT is barricaded off, so they could get in there quite safely. And this is something Comban did the last time they attacked the site. They were quite slow. I mean, Ponglish is still setting up. Eric's still setting up. Frost mats all over the place. And Comban, they've barely made a breach to the building as of yet. Sam's just getting the rafters door open. Corey's still stuck outside on his drone, and we're approaching the halfway mark of the round, and Comban is sitting outside quite still. You know, just going to have a bit of a stall moment here. Corey's droning, trying to work out the locations of these attackers. First phone call's going to go in, and here goes Sam. Sam's going to run in, and they now want to see what's going to happen. There you go. If someone would have filled in that frostbat, I would have been a very happy man, but no. Electrical door's going to get open, flashbang's going to go in. Oh, Corey immediately gets dropped, he peeks. While Sam's got the scanner in hand, and now Sam's left in a 1 versus 2. Can Ponglish win this round and level to half, 3 apiece? Eric is watching, but his reticle's a bit too high. He sees Sam crouch, takes a bit of chip damage, got a minute to stall him out, and again, similar to the previous round, and Eric, he repositions to behind pillar, very smart. Leaves Oliver holding the long angle. Oliver's just going to keep spraying single shots, but he's got a really long angle here. Oliver, he knows he's been made a bit, but he's going to prone and relocate. Really good position. I like this from Oliver. He keeps shifting his head levels. Sam's keep guessing. And Sam, he's sort of just stuck out here, stalled outside electrical again. The repeat of the last time we had this sort of... the last time we had this top floor defense. But he's stalled. He's going to have to. And he can see the Capcan trap on the door as well, and he's gonna have to. He's got to keep that in mind. But if he goes to take the Capcan trap out, he'll probably also get peeked as well. If you saw that little kiss, Corey knows full well I've seen it. Oh, but Eric's on the close angle. I don't think Sam knows.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds. He's got a push. Surely no. Oh, Sam gets a second. Combat 4-2 half. Through the skin of his teeth. No way does he get away with that one. God, if you're Ponglish, you are punching yourself right now. That round was so close. 4-2 half combat. Right. Halves are swapped. Halves have swapped over now. So this is where I think Ponglish might struggle a bit. And I think this is where they're really going to be punching themselves for losing that one. Because if I'm looking at that, I'm going... Defense is called Ponglish's best chance to pick up rounds here. And I think attacking this map is going to be a bit of a
Attackers
difficult
need to
one
locate
for
and
them.
defuse bombs.
You know, because Combat, they play this map in rank, they play this map in casual. I've shown them around this map. They know how to set up a defense. You know, IT walls being reinforced. Hallelujah. There's a bandit on the board. I think Ponglish are going to struggle a lot more with this one. But we'll see what they're doing. You know, you've got the zero, you've got the AC, you've got good operators with a lot of utility between them to get the job done. Oh, Eric's played a bit of drone runabouts there. So,
10 seconds remaining.
let's just see how this one goes. I'm not sold yet. That was a really good round from Ponglish, but just lost it in the last few seconds there. And this is the thing, you can never count. I think it's hard to forget, but you can never count out Comm. It's just so good with the mechanics in this game. It's the same with Eric, really. To be fair, with all of these players on the board, the one thing I really want to point out with them is all of the players are putting up numbers. Both players on both teams are putting up numbers. No one's sitting on like 0 or 1 kills at the minute. Everyone's putting up numbers. Everyone's getting involved. Everyone's getting frags. Everyone's helping out. And it feels such like an evolution compared to Showdown Series 1 where we really saw one person spearheading it. Of course, Sam's going to be doing slightly better. It's Sam. We're expecting that one. But everyone else is putting in the way. Jones going to go in top of blue there. Eric's going to come back. I don't know quite if he saw... I don't know if he saw Corey here. And Red Pink's going to go. Corey's going to spray through. And surely now Eric knows he's got someone challenging him. And Oliver is going to be droning out of the warehouse. Drone's going to fall down. And he's just going to have to be assessing it slightly differently here. Eric, he knows he's not going to be flanked, which is good. But he's now got to face down Corey. Corey's still sort of watching it. Watching this angle here. And he's just going to be not moving a muscle. Waiting for Eric to slip in. Make a mistake. And then pop. He goes. There you go. Corey's spraying. Eric's getting ready. Eric just wants his barricade open, but I've got a feeling this one might be tougher than intended. And Sam, it seems like he's going to be spraying out. Oh, spots Oliver waltzing in. Spots Oliver. Oliver's going to be waltzing in top rafters here. He sees Sam with C4 in hand. Drops Sam. Oh, no. But Corey, he does a bit of damage onto Eric. They know where he is now. Corey's back cornered command center behind the desk. He could make this work, but with a minute 15 on the clock, surely Ponglish can close this one out. But we said that last round, we've got again, breaches are getting open. Corey's going to spray, bit mismanaged recoil, and he's going to be stuck in a corner, stuck here behind the chassis. Both members of Ponglish getting ready to swing. Any point. Eric's going to see it lose the gunfight, drops one. Now it's Oliver Corey left 1 versus 1. Oliver's hopped back outside, so he's got to go in, and I think they've lost the intel. But surely by now. Oliver, this is smart from Oliver. He's going to pierce it. It's the pierce button. Yes, Oliver! He's going to get the idea. He's going to go look into sight. He's got 30 seconds. He's got to try and find out where Corey's run off to. He knows he's hidden. I think he knows, hopefully. He's tucked hidden away behind the chassis. Oliver's going to opt for the flank. Going through the other angle. But it's going to have to be a head-on-head gunfight here. Are they looking the right way? And Corey's got the advantage this one. They know where each other are, but Oliver's going to win the gunfight. Ponglish take away round 7, and we get 4-3 on the board. This top site hasn't really been going too well for Combat, in all fairness. You know, they won the first round on it quite dominantly, but you could arguably put that down to the fact that it was Ponglish's first time sort of playing together on the map. Second time round, Ponglish won it. Second time round, Combat won it, but through Sam just popping off, no other reason should they have gotten away with that round. Combat, they're going to try it again.
Attackers
They're
need
going to
to
give it
locate
another
the
go,
enemy.
and they're going to opt for Ponglish's style of setup, which is traps galore, bringing on the Fawn and the Legion. Ponglish, they're bringing out the Fuse and the Yana. I like these picks. These picks make me happy. This looks like it's going to be a fun round. The observation blocker actually did quite good work for Corey there last round. I'm actually glad to see him bringing it again, to be fair.
Attackers have located
Look,
a
secondary
bomb.
shotgun. This is what I was saying in the pre-show. Legion has so much utility on him. Really good pick in these situations. Drone's going to be found, site's going to be identified, and Ponglish, I think they can start piecing together some rounds here, you know. Besides the first two that Comm got, it's been blow for blow for blow for blow for blow at the minute, and I don't think it'll be weighing on Comm at all. I don't think they'll really be too fussed by it, but
Use the bomb.
as I said sort of in the pre-show, we all sort of thought this would either be a 7-0 or it would be a close affair, and so far this one's living up to the expectations. You know, Ponglish, last time they were able to force an overtime win. If they do it again, they're very quickly moving up in the power rankings here, and you would not expect it of these two players, if I'm being honest. Like, Oliver's gunning again. The last time Ponglish played together, Oliver did better than Eric, and it seems that history's repeating itself so far into the round. Eric is going to be getting the drone out and going to be droning up top blue. I think they're just trying to same approach to what they did before. It worked for them. One goes in through rafters, one goes in through blue. Eric is going to spray out, get rid of the observation blocker early on. Let's see how Comm, they're just both chilling in the site. Oh, someone's dropped. Sam's fallen underneath now. Did he mean to do that? I think he did. Oh, look. I was trying to play the vertical. And I don't think Ponglish are going to account for that one. Sam, but I think he could play a rafters flank here. And that could be very, very detrimental to Oliver, which is lucky for Oliver. He's going around the other way. But do they have the dedicated flank watch on that blue staircase? Because if they don't, suddenly Sam can get away Sam can get very cheeky. And look, Oliver's come in, and Sam's underneath. I don't think they know. Very easily play devil. They very easily get away with something here, Sam. And I think, you know, you're gonna look at this and you're gonna go, first fuse charge is going. Sam, he's gonna be forced to come up the stairs, and he doesn't want to give away his position too early. He sees the back of Oliver, misses the shot, and Oliver doesn't know where it's coming from. Sam gets the drop. The fuser gets dropped as well, rafters, which is a problem because it's on the other side of the site to Eric. He's got a minute, but he's got one entryway limited. Corey's gonna hold the tight angle on the blue here. Gemini replicator's gonna go out, and it's gonna be going the other way. Corey pushes this. Oh, Eric gets one. Now he's just got to get the diffuser off rafters, but Sam's holding it tight. Sam's gonna just be holding the close little angle here, hiding. And Eric, he's got to work out how he wants to play this here. He knows Sam is somewhere in there. He's got a drone in back pocket. Still 40 seconds. Could opt to use the drone. Could 100% give the drone a go, and Sam is just going to be thrown down rafters corner. Good idea from him, I think. Eric, got 20 seconds. Going to go up for the Gemini. Jump in, see where Sam is. He sees Sam now. And Sam's going to be ready for that vaulting to happen any second now. Eric's got no choice, really, but to vault in here, and he's just going to walk straight into Sam. Comm, round 8, 5-3, and they're one round off of getting match point. That was a much better defense there from Comm, sort of stalling them out. Sam, what I like to see, that confidence that he should have because of his skill to get off site and go for a flank, go for something cheeky. He trusts Corey enough. You know, Corey's actually putting up quite good numbers this game so far. He's got the trust in Corey to be able to let Corey defend site on his own for a couple seconds, go for a flank, and look at that. Really was able to capitalise and get a freebie off it. Now the basement. Basement hasn't been played yet. The coolest this match so far. So it'll be interesting to see how this one ends up being played out here. Of course, the basement site on this map, it's fairly large. Of course, you've only got 2 rooms of that here objective, but it can be a bit maze-like in its layout. I think you might have some difficulty, Ponglish, trying to hunt it down. I mean, they're going to have to find the objective first, and I don't even know if they've... obviously, they didn't defend the basement. They know it exists. And Oliver might be able to give Eric the idea here that they're defending something underneath. They just need to find the staircase down now. There you go. Right, they've done it. They've found the basement site. Good. That's hurdle 1 over for Ponglish, but they're going to need to decide how to attack this. Because the thing is, these external breach walls here, and presumably Sam's going to have them, electro clawed up there. Thanks, Kaid. And Oliver's not really going to have many ways of getting them open because he's on the 0, not the Thatcher. So they're going to have to think about it. But instead, I think they're going to go for the vertical approach, which I think could be a good play off them, to be fair. Going to drone. Going to see there's no one roaming. Oliver's going to hop right in. And they're getting started very early on. This is one thing I do like that Ponglish team too. They don't really have this fear that you'd almost expect from them. Like, you'd expect a less experienced side to be, you know, a bit more fearful, bit more slow. But they're not. They just go straight in for it. Oliver, making progress. He's scouting out ahead with those Argus cameras. He spots the opening. Spots the opening. Oliver, remember, he remembers he saw a hatch round here, and I'm assuming he's gonna be quite clever. Pop the Argus cam in it. And now he's gonna have a very clean line of sight into the basement down here. He's gonna be able to see into Animus. He may be able to get a tinge of Sam's position. Question is, does he decide to open the hatch with those can openers he's got, or are they both going to commit this backstair push? You presume Oliver is thinking about it. He's deciding what he wants to do here. I think they're just having a bit of think on Comban. Look at Ponglish sides here, sorry. They're just having a bit of a think, seeing how they want to do it. Oliver, he notices his Argus cam has been destroyed and they're getting spotted. There you go, there's the cam. Bye-bye camera. But Eric, look, Eric's downstairs now. He's in cargo, and it seems that they're just going to be going for this one-side push here, which I don't say, I'm not going to say I dislike, I'm not going to say I do like. I suppose we'll see how it plays. But Sam's playing the long angle here. Tucked away in Animus with the orb, and he's going to just immediately drop Eric. I don't even think he knew where he was. But now Oliver's left in a 1 versus 2, and they know where he's coming from as well. And as a result, you're going to see it from Comban. They're just going to get angsty with those shots, and surely by now. I mean, I said it once before, and it completely fit the scale. But Comban should be able to push themselves onto match point here. Should be able to get away. Match point. It's got a rough. Oliver's got to check corners. Here's one. Well, if he saw it, he sees. But C4's going to go out, and C4's going to get it. Comban, move on to match point. Looking happy with that C4. And I'm going to put a very suggestive message in chat. Timeouts and pause menu. Suggest it. Use the pack timeout. Come on, boys. Timeout. Okay, they're going to call the timeout. Right, let's hop into Ponglish's voice chat and let's go and have a chit chat with Ponglish, shall we? Boys! Oh shit, I'm deafened. Hey, boys, how we doing?
Yeah, it was going well at first,
Right?
but there's so many angles that are so nasty, right?
All right. What you guys need to do is just, you've got the drone stuff. What you're doing is good, right? But
Yeah.
Sam's going to try that flank again. He tried that flank on that first top round and it completely just. I'd push Oliver on that 0. You've got
on Oliver.
yeah. On 0, that secondary gadget you've got equipped at the minute. They're hard breaches. So where they were doing that basement, you can get the hatches open, or you can get hard walls open.
Okay, right.
So if you use those, you can get more prep. Even if you open it and don't intend to use it, you can open it and you've got you've got another angle that they've got to watch, even if you don't intend on using that angle.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I mean, my best advice, I think, for you guys would be just try and get as many walls open as you can before you commit to something. So,
Yeah.
and they don't know what they're focusing on.
Okay.
And then obviously just
okay,
keep an eye
yeah,
out, because obviously as you're opening, Sam probably will try for another flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam
Yeah.
has crazy angles, especially the
Yeah.
basement one. He was so
Yeah.
like far on
Right. You've had 45 seconds. Good luck, boys.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, love you.
All right, yeah.
There you go. So there's your timeout from Ponglish there. They've got an inkling of what's going on, I think. They've got an idea, and I've given them stuff to think about. You know, they're doing very solid, and they're doing well. But I do think it is an event of they just need to really hammer down and get as many angles open as possible. And there it is.
Attackers need to
Get some more
locate
angles
and
open. I mean, it
defuse as
depends
many bombs as
entirely
they can.
what site. Of course, I can't give them I can't tell them what site their opponent is attacking, but kitchen here, it's going to be very important to get those objectives open. And Sam, as I said to Oliver, he can use those hard breach tools to open up hatches. Well, there aren't none on the objectives themselves, and you can certainly get the freezer hatch open.
Specchio looking out.
Sam is going to be opting for the Solace, and you know, Ponglish had a good start to this, but they've really, really struggled. I think they're struggling a bit more on this attack here. Because Sam's just got crazy angles that they're just not knowing. And
10 seconds left before
I think almost the site rotation almost actively is working against Ponglish. Because the problem is, every time Ponglish win a site, a Comm win a site, sorry, they then move to a different because they can't defend the same one for another couple rounds. Meaning Ponglish, what they learn on that initial attack, they no longer are going to be able to apply it on the second one. And again, Comm haven't played Kitchen yet, and Sammy's going to really be taking what I said earlier about him, you know, having the confidence to roam, and he's just gone for a full-on roam this time rather than the flank. He's just off site, and I'm glad I said to Ponglish now they've got to watch out for Sam, because hopefully they're gonna be keeping an eye out, because Sam's off, and obviously every time Combat and Ponglish get on a drone, Sam's gonna be using that spec Q and that very nice BDS skin, by the way. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful skin. Look at that, wonderful skin. Sam's of course gonna be using that BDS skin. That BDS skin? He's not going to be using the skin, he's using the spec Q sensor. Try and find where these attackers are coming from. And obviously, every time Eric's on his drone, Sam can see him. Every time Oliver's on a drone, Sam can see him. So Sammy, I think he's going to have a really... And that Solace pick is really good. And you're going to have to watch out. Because he could also... Sam can also open up the vertical and just spray him. And I think what I said about locking that sort of back, you know, watching for that roam on Sam, I feel like a Jackal pick might have been a good idea. Obviously, I know that I said focus on the wall opening, but you want... Because look, Sam's still upstairs. Sam's just chilling up there. And Oliver is chilling on his drone. And, I mean, Ponglish, they're working there, but I think they've worked out. They've got not much hard breach. Hopefully, Oliver will use those can openers. Good start. And I think they're trying to find Sam now. I think that's what the current sort of set, you know, the current plan is. Eric can't get that open, but Oliver should be able to with his hard breach tools. Oliver's just having a bit of a scout in the site, but a minute left. Clock's really quickly dwindling away from Ponglish here, and not a whole lot has happened left. Sam is just lurking. He's going to be making his way down to the lobby. He might be able to catch some of them off guard here. You know, 55 seconds. Oliver's on his drone. Eric's sort of just stalled outside of vending in the lounge. He wants Oliver's help. He's going to... There you go. He's going to go and get it. Oliver's going to pop the can opener on the wall. There you go. Off it pops. And look at that. Wall's open. Marvellous. But Sam, he's outside. Sam's in the lobby. And if anyone tries to go round, which could well be Eric, he could get them. They've got to really... If you Ponglish, you want to win this at this point, they've got to really quickly get on the site and just squeeze Corey really quickly. And then hold from site and take down. I was like, Oliver's being really cautious on those drones there, watching out for Sam, and they know where he is now. But they've got to push the site. They've got no choice but to push the site. Oh, right, it's Oliver and Sam. Oliver's going to lose the gunfight. Eric's stuck on site, pulling a goo mine out his foot. Comm clean him up, get a nice, easy 7-3 victory. And there you have it. 3 more points for Sam, 3 points for Corey. Eric and Oliver, unfortunately you leave with none, but a good attempt regardless. So, there you've had it, folks. Our first game of the day, all done, dusted, out the way. That timer should be a bit longer than that. Let's try that again. Hit the right button this time. There we go, that's a bit of a better button. So there you go, you've had the first match of the day, he's all done and dusted. Comm, sort of as expected, walk away with the victory, 7-3. Really good first sort of half there from Ponglish, but I think attacking those different sites really often just sort of is where it slipped away. Not being able to apply what they'd learned on the first attack to future attacks just because of the site rotation really shot them in the foot a bit there. But that's it. That's Labs for now. We'll move on to our final match of playoffs, just a few minutes, which is going to be Nicholas Fan Club versus British Polish Psychos. Don't go anywhere. See you in a few. Come out to rotate, and Corey gets it. Best play I've seen from him in a good fucking while. It's fucking disgusting. He's got to try and make something happen. Gets the first with the shotgun and goes down. Oliver hops in and walks right into the shotgun. Sam's going to be peeking round and Sam's going to get it.
Exist. God, if you exist.
Oh my god, I'm gonna see it last. Oh, there, it's taking chip damage. Eric's gonna go for the swing. Sam's gonna take the gunfight, leaving just poor old Oliver in a 1v2. Not gonna be able to do it.
Oh, he's not got the kill.
I'm gonna get the kill. There you go. That's what you want to see.
Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way. Cause I can see it on your face.